coming up on Relatables. I want to be able to provide. I want to be someone that gets looked to as someone that's done it. And if I need something, I can get it from him. I want my wife to think like they're taken care of. I want my kids to feel safe. And there's no room for vulnerability in that.
And I've never been completely vulnerable to a person ever before. Like properly open myself up to someone emotion-wise. Oh yeah.
I couldn't hear those words, by the way.
But that's the hottest thing ever.
Oh, I'd finish quicker than I said I was going to finish.
And like, you got to make the conscious decision when your whole body's telling you no.
Yes, I know. You're like, think of the future.
Happy birthday, Jake, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Jake and Ottie, the Relatables party. Relatable.
The Relatables podcast is hosted by myself, Ottie Clark, aka
Mummy!
and my partner in crime, Mr. Jake Craig, aka Daddy. And we're back.
Back again.
Back for another episode. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in once again.
How's it going, baddies?
How's it going, baddies? You know, I saw a new way we could potentially end the episode.
Huh?
I'll do it at the end, so stay tuned for that.
Yeah, I thought last episode, we literally showed them how we were ending the episode.
No, like the very last word.
How many outros do we need?
No, the very last word. It's not really an outro, but
Okay.
it'll make sense when you get to the very end.
I know. I'm here. I'll wait. I'm excited to get to the end of the episode now. Fucking hell.
But for now, let's argue.
Let's argue. Let's argue.
This one, like Jake said before we started, could be taken out of context.
Yes.
But if you know us, you know that we mean well.
If you've listened to any episodes of Relatables, you know that usually one of us doesn't want to argue one of these points.
Yeah, exactly. So today's argument is vulnerable or not, or vulnerable or tough. And I want vulnerable.
You want vulnerable? So do I.
Oh, damn it.
I'm happy to try and argue tough. Like, I could think of plenty of arguments as to why. Like,
I think my arguments would be better for vulnerable, but like, it's good to think in another way as well.
Yeah.
Starts to turn a gear in the brain.
Okay, so
I still haven't won. Is this 3 I haven't won?
I'm pretty sure you. Okay. So we've done 3, but only posted 2 because of the episode we lost.
I still haven't won,
And in that one, you lost.
Yeah.
It's crazy that you. Okay. Maybe do you want to flip it?
In the last episode, you go, and theoretically, it's 50%. Like, when I listened back, I was like, obviously a fucking coin flip. It's 50%, dude. And I was like,
you could win the next 10 in a row.
I just said, yeah.
You're like, hurry up and flip it. Okay, call it in the air.
All right, 50%, I'm going to win, baby. Tails never fails. Ooh, it's under the chair.
It's tails.
Yes!
It's tails. No way.
I want vulnerable, baby.
That's the first one you've won.
Yes. And now I'm going to win 10.
Imagine if you
with that
just
mindset.
You just keep on winning.
Okay. You want to start on me?
I always think it's hard to start.
It is very hard to start.
It's like we need a producer in here. We don't have a producer. We need
they
someone
give us
in
like
here.
a keyword to start with.
Yeah, to be like, boys, what do you think of? Boom. And then we would start.
Okay, wait. I got a way to start it, I think. Okay. I'm at a season in my life where I think being vulnerable and open to all experiences emotional wise is making my life better.
I'm happy for you.
Yeah?
I would say I am in the opposite season.
Why is that?
Well, I find that the word I like to use is stoic.
Ooh.
I find that there is a sort of manliness in figuring out what it is. Well, not really figuring out what it is, but figuring out like just how to do things on your own. And opening up to people is not one of those things that I would classify as manly. So
you think not being vulnerable means being independent?
Yes, I do. And I think that I don't want to burden people with my problems.
Right.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah. What do you find with vulnerability? What do you find is like good about it?
One of the biggest things about being vulnerable is being able to feel everything, the highs, but that also comes with the lows. But when I do experience those things, they're so much better. Opposed to when I was younger, I've been like yourself, wanting to be independent. And when something good would happen to me, I wasn't able to fully be enveloped by said scenario or experience and be happy. Or if something bad happened, I suppose it's good because I wasn't sad, but it makes the highs and lows so much better. And I think that's what life's really about, experiences.
So you're just out here wasting time.
What do you mean?
You're just out here wasting time.
How am I wasting time?
Experiencing feelings, doing all that stuff. What are you doing? Sitting in bed, twiddling your thumbs, thinking, "Why do I feel this way today?" Get up, fucking get to work. What are you talking about?
Well, I think the misconception is, so a vulnerability doesn't mean you need to have an answer. Whereas I feel like toughness means you have to be good. And I feel like that's not good for your mental health. Whereas vulnerability is being open and there's no answer. You don't know how you're going to feel. And I think that's what life's about.
So what would you say if I said that being tough and driving yourself to be the best? Personally, I think that's the best way to go about it.
Okay. So I'm not agreeing with you, but do you think there is a place for both mindsets? Sometimes use the tough mindset and sometimes use the vulnerable mindset.
Well, a vulnerable mindset to me shows weakness. Yes.
Oh.
Yeah. So someone like me,
we've crossed the line further toxic there.
Because if someone's going to do it, it may as well be me. All right. Because here's what. So, I want to. I guess I want to be a self-made man. I don't want to be built on the backs of anyone else. I want to have done it all of myself. I mean, actually, well, apart from the podcast, we do that together. I want to be a self-made man. I want to do it all myself. I want to be able to provide. I want to be someone that gets looked to as someone that's done it. And if I need something, I can get it from him. I want my wife to think like they're taken care of. I want my kids to feel safe. And there's no room for vulnerability in that.
Question. All the things you just said, I suppose the journey is very good. But when you get there, how are you going to feel? Not accomplished. You're not going to feel anything.
I don't need to feel accomplished.
You're going to keep going, keep having that grind.
I didn't do it for me.
Mindset. Yes, you did. You did it because you're selfish.
Fuck, this is hard. This is so hard.
I think that was good too. I'm out. Showed like both sides of two different mindsets, that grind or die, or that feeling and emotion.
I won't lie. I was really trying to think of any Andrew Tate video I'd seen on TikTok, and I was like, what does he say?
I think you were winning. I think you were winning.
I don't know.
Like argument-wise.
I didn't agree with anything I said. So actually, the thing about a toxic argument is I feel like maybe it's always going to win. Because like you need to be stubborn in the belief of the toxicity.
Have you ever been in an argument and then there's a certain point, like at the start you believed you were right, but then the more words that come out of your mouth, you realize you're wrong, but you keep fighting?
Double down. Yeah, you got to double down. So it's like, it depends who.
Yeah.
Like with Beth, I wouldn't double down.
Yeah.
But with Joanna,
sometimes my parents
I would
double
fucking
down.
triple down.
Yeah.
I would quadruple down if it was with Joanna. I don't even give a fuck.
You get caught out, realize you're wrong.
Yeah.
I hope they don't notice.
Start just like saying things about their character.
You should have been like, where are you right now? You're not successful. Look at me. I'm successful.
Yeah, you fucking 9 to 5. But no, the vulnerability thing, I like being vulnerable. I'm getting a little more vulnerable lately in my life.
I think there's definitely a time and a place where you should be vulnerable, and that is going to be a little bit of the essence of today's episode.
Yeah, a little bit.
Vulnerability. We might get vulnerable, and maybe not. Jake might not.
You never know.
I'm excited for this one, Jake.
Mate, I'm nervous.
Let me take you and 99% of the listeners on a journey who probably don't know what is going on.
99?
Because this involves some of the baddies.
Okay.
And they know the inside. It's not really a joke, but the inside joke.
Okay.
So probably about a year ago, Jake, myself, and Harry from Blues and Greens dropped some hoodies. And with that, they were doing live streams to promote the hoodies. I don't know if I wasn't there because I was doing something, or I also don't like live streams.
No, you just didn't want to be there.
Yeah, fair. I don't like live streams. And within that live stream, they started a little bit of a trend and were talking shit behind my back.
Whoa, bold claim. Bold claim.
But it wasn't really shit. They just had an inside joke that left me out. Felt like I was an outsider in the group of our friends. And they started the trend, #DontTellOttie. It was a tough period in my life. I'll tell you that
Hashtag
much.
lives on, by the way.
So I was thinking, how can I get this man back? But in my own way. And this coming Friday, it would have already been when this episode comes out, is Jake's birthday. So I was thinking to myself, what should I get Jake for his birthday? And I was thinking, like, what can I buy him? We've been buying a few things on the business. I was like, I don't really want to buy him something that's like monetary wise. Let's think of something real personal. He's swinging the golf. I think this is better than anything you could buy.
Fuck, okay. So you didn't spend any money.
I didn't spend any money, and normally you'd think, fuck, this guy's cheaped out or whatever, but I reckon this is going to be so worth it.
Fucking hell, I'm scared, eh?
So I put on my story, any baddies listening, please reply to this and help me out. And the response, man, insane. I was spending hours replying to everyone.
Wait, because I saw your story. You should have blocked me from it, by the way.
I wanted you to know.
Oh, you wanted me to know?
Yeah,
fuck.
You didn't know what I was talking about.
No, I had no idea. I saw because it was not like a story with a question box.
No.
It was a story where they had to like go in and fully reply.
Yeah,
and you got heaps.
That's what I wanted. I needed them to have a little bit of initiative so they would do what I wanted.
Wow.
And in that, I asked if they could help me out. And this is for your birthday. And before I show you, I wanted it to be a surprise and build the suspense. So I said, #Don'tTellJake at the end of it. So what do you think this is?
Well, fuck, it's to do with my birthday.
And he was getting annoyed. I know he was putting it on.
I was
but
like, don't tell Jake now or I'll cry.
Yeah.
What do I think it is? Like, I mean, I would be if it was just like a bunch of the baddies sending a video saying happy birthday each. Like,
Ooh, it could be that. But also, before I show you, I wanted to firstly thank...
It's a new car!
No. I wanted to thank all the baddies who interacted. And also, I think talking about vulnerability, you and I in this podcast, it's so easy to get caught up with numbers, views, and everyone wants to know like 100,000 listens means this much money. And it's so easy to detach yourself from every single person listening right now has a life and like is a person.
Yeah.
And for us, that's really hard to grasp just because it's like so hard to comprehend. And what I'm about to show you like really, really made me happy of what we've built together and like sort of like emphasized how like, I don't know, just happy and I don't know how another way to say it. I'm lost for words, but I want to show you this.
Wow, fuck, I'm so scared.
So I want to say happy birthday, Jake. Happy 30th birthday. And click the second latest video and it will play.
Okay.
And I also know this probably isn't the best listen, but this will make Jake happy, so I don't care.
It is what it is.
Happy birthday, Jake, and a 1 and a 2. Happy birthday to you.
Happy birthday, Jake!
Happy birthday, Jake. Hope Baddie treats you well.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. Wishing you all the best from Brazil.
Happy birthday, Jake!
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. Hope you have the best day ever.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. I hope you have an amazing day. And remember how lucky you are to have Ottie as a friend.
Hey, Jake. Happy birthday. Hope you have the best day.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. We love you.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. Have a great one this year.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. We love you so much.
Happy birthday, Jake, to our favourite man who starts with a J, except Jesus, of course.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. Hope you have a lovely day and thanks for everything with the podcast.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Greetings from the Philippines. Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. Thank you for giving us the relatables. I hope you have an awesome birthday.
Yeah, it's all me.
Birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday. Woo.
Happy birthday, Jake. Happy birthday, Jake. I hope you have an amazing day.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake, from me and Otis. Say happy... Yep.
Okay.
Happy birthday, Jake. Hope you have the best day ever surrounded by people that you love. Hope you're really feeling love too. Bye.
Happy birthday, Jake. Keep slaying Baddie.
Wishing you the happiest birthday, Jake, from New Zealand. I hope you have an amazing day.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Hey, Jake. Happy birthday. Hope you have a great day and love the podcast.
Hey Jake, happy birthday from me and my dogs. Hope it's a great day and you have a wonderful year. Stay bad.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. We love you.
Happy birthday, Jake. I hope you have the best day ever.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake. I hope you have an amazing day. I love your guys' podcast. I listen to it all the time.
Happy birthday, Jake. Happy birthday, Jake.
Happy birthday, Jake.
Celebrating you and the amazing person you are. Sending you a lot of love on your special day. Happy birthday, Jake. Hip hip hooray.
Happy birthday, Jake. Have the best day. Hope you get lots of cuddles from Henry. I'm off to work in your hoodie.
Let's go.
Bye.
Happy birthday to you.
Happy
birthday, Jake.
Sick. Thank you so much.
That's all right.
Dude,
man.
that's so fucking cool.
Oh, so thank you everybody and happy birthday from myself and all the baddies listening.
That is so cool. Holy shit.
How do you feel?
So like my jaw hurts because I was smiling the whole time.
When I was editing it, I was like, I couldn't stop smiling either.
That's so many.
Yeah, I know.
How many was it?
I don't know. That was like 40 or 50, maybe 60.
Fuck.
But there's more too. So I want to say sorry to everyone who didn't make the cut. You didn't get it in. you didn't get it in time for me to edit.
Oh yeah, it was all about timing.
Yeah.
Mate,
So
thank you so much.
I had like another 50 or 60 more. Fuck. Like it went wild and like I can't wipe the smile off my face either. And like do you know what I mean with all the people who are listening are like individual lives and putting a face to who's listening is so cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is wow. Mate.
I told you it was better than money.
Yeah, that's way better than money. What? Nobody and that amount of people have never said happy birthday to me.
I was thinking that too.
That is fucking crazy.
When I was also editing it, I was thinking like we've been talking a lot about losing our friends and they all say happy birthday still. But I was like, the community we've started to build with the baddies and it's only going up from here and like the sense of belonging, like it's just amazing.
Mate, thank you.
That's
that
all
is
right.
so fucking sick. That's so. We need to do a live show or something, mate.
Yeah.
Or like a meet and greet or something.
Let's do like a free live show.
Yeah,
or
we
like
need to do
just
something.
recuperate our
You know
money.
what's crazy? Actually, what I heard is if you were to do something for free, it's less likely people come.
Oh, really?
Because if they were to just order a free ticket online, when it gets to the day, because it was like they're not losing any money.
They just don't turn up.
Yeah, they're just kind of like, oh, I was gonna go, but
Let's just do cost price then, whatever it costs us.
Whatever it costs. Oh yeah, I wouldn't want to make any money from one.
Yeah.
Shit, maybe if we did a live show, would anyone come?
Yeah. Here. Comment if you want us to do a live show.
Fuck.
And we need what place can you fill out? Like 300 people.
You reckon 300?
Yeah. I feel like that's the
I
minimum.
was thinking like 50.
I feel like maybe 100.
100?
I feel like 100's the minimum.
Yeah. I mean,
If 100 people hype it up.
Fuck, that's
If you want to see two nervous boys going off on stage.
Yeah, you know what? It would be the first live show would just be like, we need to lose money on it because we need to pay you guys to come because it's not going to be good.
Now the start will be Jake singing Translucent.
I reckon we do live renditions. We have to do live renditions.
God in my thoughts.
We need to go actually to. So, Shits and Gigs are coming here. We should try maybe just get tickets to their live show to see what they do.
Probably
We're not the same type of show with them. Like they're like all comedy.
Yeah.
So it would be different, but I'm sure they don't do like what's on YouTube.
They actually just posted a live show on YouTube like this week. We have to
I might go watch it.
Yeah.
Just out of interest then.
Yeah, good research.
And that podcast, The Girls Bathroom, they're coming here to do live shows as well.
Maybe we should go to that too.
That would probably be more like what ours would be like because it would be a lot of females.
If you guys like The Girls Bathroom, it's good to know.
Yeah. Well, shit, that's fucking put me in a good mood.
So happy early birthday, man.
Thank you. Well, yeah, it's when this comes out late, but early right now while we record this.
Alrighty, Jake. I don't know if I just saw a little tear come out of your eye.
Within the first 30 seconds, it was sinking in.
Yeah.
And it was like, maybe, I guess it was like welling up.
I think it was a tear of joy.
And then went away after a while. But, oh yeah, that was fucking so good.
So we are trying to be advocates for embracing vulnerability.
Yes.
So I wanted to talk about the last time I was vulnerable.
Okay.
And like, obviously we're vulnerable day to day. It's quite a hard word after we keep saying vulnerable.
Vulnerable.
Yeah, we've both stuffed it up a few times.
Vulnerable.
You know what we're talking about.
The V word.
But we obviously experience vulnerability day to day in certain scenarios. But like the last time I consciously made the decision to be completely vulnerable was the time I started talking to my girlfriend, like initially.
Oh.
And I've never been completely vulnerable to a person ever before. Like properly opened myself up to someone emotion-wise.
Right. Interesting. So that was like, and so like you were saying though, because so obviously day to day, I don't know, you might just like do it, but you won't make like an active decision to be vulnerable.
No.
So while you were talking to her, there was obviously a point in time where you were like, oh well, it's like I need to know if I want to do this, like umming and ahhing.
There was definitely a switch, yeah. And prior to meeting my girlfriend Cassie, every other person I've talked to, I've listened to that little voice in the back of my head where I was like, nah, I won't open up.
Yeah.
Nah, but something was different with Cassie, and I'll put it down to love or the connection. And I was like, I think I want to open up to this woman. And I did it, and it was one of the best decisions I've ever had in my life.
Fuck, man. Do you think do you reckon it was because you guys couldn't, when you first started talking, you couldn't see each other? So we were like, fuck, what else am I going to talk about? No, I'm just kidding. What else am I going to talk about? No, I'm joking.
I think it just honestly came down to the right person.
At what point in time do you reckon you were sitting there like, because was there ever a point in time where you thought like, oh, like I'm going to stop talking to her or nah?
Nah, there wasn't a point in time where I was thinking like I should stop talking to her. I just had that like, you know, when you're talking to someone new, like in the talking stages, and there's that mental battle of like, do I want to be alone? Do I want to keep talking to her?
Yeah.
Do I want to like make the commitment? Like everyone has that. That's relatable.
Yeah.
And
but
like,
it's a lot. It is a lot.
Yeah. And for some reason, something just made sense to open up emotionally and let her into my life.
Yeah.
And like, I've never let anyone in like that before.
Yeah.
Which was like a good decision looking back at it.
Fuck, man.
What about you?
What about me then? Well, I've got to say, I guess when I started talking to Beth, it would have been a time where the same decisions would have been made. I remember, but I don't remember having any sort of mental battle with it.
Do you know that switch I talked about? How I'd never opened up to anyone before.
Yeah,
you've had girlfriends previously.
I've had 2.
Do you reckon your switch turns like
my switch has a lot of grease on it?
Yeah. I was gonna say, do you think your switch like turns on and off easier, or do you think you don't open up as much in previous relationships?
That's a good question. I feel like maybe, well, in previous relationships, I would say not that they weren't serious. I don't know if it was that, like, I don't know if it was that they weren't serious or if it was that maybe just young. I don't know. It was weird. Like in previous relationships, I would say, okay, last time I was vulnerable was probably when I was vulnerable with myself. And then I guess also like Beth included, but maybe when I made like the full on decision where I thought, oh yeah, I want to take the leap and live with Beth. I'd never lived with a girlfriend before. I don't live with her yet.
I was gonna say, have you not
like,
told me something?
But
you
we
made
want
the conscious decision to do that.
So yeah, and we have a time of when like her lease is up where she is now is when we'll start looking, because she'll go month to month from then.
Yeah.
And then find a place. And yeah, she's the first person where I've thought like, yeah, actually I want to do it and like not be scared. Because I had a girlfriend once where we were together for long enough where it could have been a thing, but I just was like young, and it was like, and I was like, nah, I gotta fucking go traveling. And so, okay, basically the thought I have now with Beth is like, if I was to go traveling for a long time, it's like, well, Beth would come.
Yeah.
But when I was a little younger, I was like, I want to go traveling for a long time, like with Ottie. So you can't come. It's like terrible to say out loud, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you were finding yourself.
And it was
still.
more of like, just like thinking like, no, why would I do that? It's like, I'm too young to like not have experiences with my friends. But yeah, I mean, plenty of people probably do it from a young age. So I'd say maybe, yeah, last time I was vulnerable when I was like, yeah, I definitely want to.
You've obviously matured, but do you reckon, you know how you had that toxic mindset in the argument at the start? Do you reckon when we're young, we have that mindset a lot more about being independent and we got to figure out everything ourselves? And when we do figure ourselves out, that's when we're able to be vulnerable?
Yeah. When I was young, I thought there was a right way to do everything.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. And then when you get, when even just like, I'm only a few years older now, and you figure out, obviously, like every single way you do something is the right way to do something because it's your life. But at the time I was like, no, the right way to do it is like It's like, look, I've got a girlfriend now. I love that girlfriend, but the right way to do it is that I need to go travel with I need to either go alone or I need to go with a friend. What? Everyone says you need to do that.
Yeah, I know.
Everyone that's done that says you need to do it. But what about the people that haven't done it? I just haven't spoken to them.
When we're young, we're so like easily compromised.
Oh, bro, me?
Yeah.
Wait, I could watch a YouTube video. I could watch a YouTube video and want to change my career.
Literally. I reckon that is so relatable.
When I was like 18, I was like halfway through my carpentry apprenticeship and I knew, and I was not liking it. And I used to love watching YouTube. That was like my little just, happy place or whatever, as a lot of young people. I still like watching YouTube.
Yeah.
And I just, for some reason, up on my trending page became this real estate guy that started making vlogs. And for him, it was obviously just to sell more real estate.
Yeah.
But he would just do a vlog every now and then of like what it's like to be a real estate agent, what I do, how much I work, all this stuff. And I would just watch all this guy's real estate agent vlogs. I was like, dude, I want to have a crack at real estate. So legit, I got fucking influenced by YouTube.
I still have to catch myself out now. Like, even with comments, someone will say, "Oh, that was shit," or like something like that, and then I rethink our whole.
Maybe it was shit.
Yeah, that's what literally. But I have the like mental capacity to catch myself out. But previously, when I was younger, I would have been like, "Maybe I am shit." Like what?
No, fuck. I fully agree with you. Nah, scary stuff. I refuse to read the social media comments for that reason.
Yeah, fair.
And we very recently started.
I thought you were gonna say, "I refuse to read." Full stop.
I don't know what it is. Like, I just refuse to read the social media comments for that exact reason. Because
is this bad that I've given you the job of replying to YouTube?
No. YouTube, I don't mind.
Yeah.
I actually don't mind because we get all the comments on YouTube. I reply. Nice. I reply to the YouTube comments and they're all like quite nice. And I don't want to let anything go to my head, but it's like I would much prefer to see a comment like, "Loved this episode," and I just say, "Thanks, love ya." Like, instead of seeing someone go like, just like pick apart every little thing that I did. Like, when we record an episode per se, or let's say an artist writes a song. I watched the Avicii documentary.
I watched it too.
We'll talk about that in a second.
Oh. Okay,
so we'll use us for as an example. Like, we record an episode that we're like, where we recorded songs.
Yeah.
With Toby, Translucent and Quarter My Thoughts.
Yeah.
We loved that episode because we put work into the songs. Yeah. We got to listen to them. We were all chuffed that we actually wrote a song. They're like some of the worst performing episodes we had. And we were like, well, fuck. Like, and if they did well, what's the bet we would have written 2 more by now?
100%.
You know what I mean?
It's so funny. Oh, I wanted to talk to you about this off the podcast about Avicii. How
fuck it, let's talk about it on the podcast, dude. It's so good.
It's so sad.
It's depressing as fuck.
But what you just brought up, I wanted to bring up off the pod, and it was that I wanted to create something that makes us feel something.
Yeah.
And makes the people listening feel something, which is like the songs.
Yeah.
Like, we made that because we felt love for what we were doing.
Exactly, yeah.
And then I think that's such a better way to make content. And that's why his songs are so good, because he made his feelings come out through his songs, and he made people feel the same way he was feeling.
Yeah.
And that's what I want to do with this like content. And the last 6 months we've talked about being lost, and like we're doing things for like views and money, and other people were saying, "This is what you have to do."
Yeah.
And like we weren't doing it because this is what we love.
Yeah, no, all the advice we were getting, we were like, fuck, well, we probably need to take it.
Yeah.
Even though it's like our guts telling us, nah, that wouldn't be that fun.
Yeah, exactly.
But I don't know. There must be times and places in this world where advice, where it isn't what feels good in your gut is good, but I don't know. I'm going to live by go with your gut.
100%.
But fuck, so me and Joanna put the Avicii thing on the other night, and she just goes, "Oh, like I heard that's good."
Exact same thing happened with Cassie.
She just goes, "I heard that's really good." And I go, "Oh,
yeah.
I'm sick of looking, sick of scrolling." And I didn't realize, man, I remember his songs. I remember when he died. I actually remember the news headlines coming out of when he died.
I didn't realize,
dude,
little warning. I didn't realize that he like properly killed himself.
Mate, he fucking... apparently he did it with a shard of glass.
Yeah, he did. It was a wine bottle.
Oh, yeah, there you go.
We looked it up.
Fucking insane.
So sad. I thought it was a drug overdose.
In Muscat, Oman or some shit.
Yeah. And it like really was really sad and a little bit confronting. And like his career was so amazing, and he just didn't have a good group of friends around him.
You know, the scene. So
everyone in that documentary, I had a bad vibe about.
Really?
Every single one. His best friend, his other friend.
Oh, yeah, the best friend that like laughed like, yeah, that guy was sus.
His manager was sus too.
Okay, his manager was sus, even though everyone said he wasn't.
Yeah.
And then what about that dude that like was kind of just sitting on the lounge like this, talking like this, like he was on drugs the whole time.
Yes, I know.
Like, and he couldn't really speak. I was like, this guy, apparently they were like best friends, and I was just like, the vibe you get from Avicii's voice in this whole thing compared to everyone else's is like, and what Avicii was saying is like, doesn't match the vibe.
No, not at all.
But
my takeaway from it was like, he was like the top of the pyramid and then just like petered down, and everyone was like using him to the best of their ability because he was so skilled.
But it seemed like, to me, at the point where he finally was like, because they had an intervention with him, like it wasn't like an Elvis thing where, so like with Elvis and shit, he was on drugs to keep him going, and so was Avicii, or his name's Tim, and so was Tim. Whereas with Elvis, all of his management, even his family and stuff, like they wanted that to keep going because of how much money he was making and how much he was making them. But with Avicii, they actually had an intervention with him of like, no, we want you to be healthy.
Yeah, it wasn't a money thing. It wasn't a money thing.
So I don't think it was a full money thing. But like, for instance, he one of the best scenes in the show is like, so I didn't realize how big he was, man. He fucking was huge.
I didn't realize how much he blew up out of nowhere.
He was like 18, and then like his fame, his 18 to 29. He died when he was 29, or something like that. So for 10 years, like, it's not a very long time. So like from 18, he was nobody, and to go up.
He was the biggest in the world. Barack Obama said his name, listening to like one of his songs.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
They've got like fucking Tiesto in there, and they've got David Guetta.
Yeah,
and David Guetta's in there doing like, well, when he showed me this album, I knew the world was going to change.
He just saw things in a different way to anybody musically, and it was, mate, he was so talented in the way like we were able to see how his brain sort of thought, and then the music that came out of it. Like, because when they were showing the live like recordings of singing all the songs, like "Hey brother,"
insane.
Endless road.
So Avicii doesn't like. He's not a lyricist. He admits he's like, I don't play instruments. I don't know how to write songs, but when I get like the right beat and stuff from the computer stuff, and then when he's like, I know the melody I want something sang in, and every single person that was like a massive star was like, I've never met anyone that has melody like him.
Yeah,
I've never met a single person that can get a melody out of me like Avicii did.
And the way he made those other people sound.
Yes.
Because like you hear the live versions of them singing, you're like, this is okay. Like, it's nothing special. Then you hear the song and you're like, how the fuck did he do that?
Hey, brother. It's a fucking brilliant.
You hear that bloke singing live, you're like, this is so mid. And then you hear the song, you're like, this is one of the best songs I've ever heard in my life.
Mate, it's crazy. Where it got me though was like, so he blew up, started, obviously he was like in clubs, and then bigger clubs, and then in like amphitheaters, and then big outdoor amphitheaters, and he was doing shows to all these people, and then he was like headlining ultra, like massive like EDM festivals. And so he starts going on about how he's like, I was living the dream to what everyone else looking in thought, right? And he was like, and I was living my dream as well. And he's just like, but he's like, I've never done it for the money, and I just wasn't happy. And the thing that stuck with me the most was when he goes, I've never done it for the money. As soon as I could get a cab anywhere I wanted without worrying about it is when I was like happy with the amount of freedom I had. And I was like, and now he's flying in private jets and shit.
Yeah, that resonated with me so much as well, because it's so easy, like anybody listening, to get caught up in how much money you can earn in certain jobs, and like especially for us as well, because it's a bit of a similar industry what we're in, just like how you earn monies with like brand deals, views, whatever, views, listens, same sort of stuff. And when he said that too, and I was like, wow, like that's such a good takeaway message. Like as soon as we're able to live off doing this, like I don't care about like a mansion, a Lamborghini, like I just want to be able to live and do this.
Yeah, it's fucking crazy. Like you can tell he experienced what a lot of people experience, where it's like, and I obviously, like, we're not at that level, but I want to catch it before we get there. And it's like, he was saying yes to a lot of things he wouldn't have wanted to say yes to because he thought that's what he had to do.
Yeah.
So it's like, whenever we do have a moment of like, oh, do we really align with this brand, or do we blah, blah, blah? It's like, I would much prefer to just like be like, oh no, I don't care how much money it is. Like, I don't want to just like do something that's going to make me feel like shit just because they've thrown a big fucking paycheck in your face.
Yeah.
And like he said, don't lose yourself. What did he say? That he said something
There's
else
a song
hectic.
about that, yeah.
He said something about like there's like an art in staying true to yourself. Or I have no idea, but he basically is just like, no matter what, just be you.
Yeah, well,
he's trying to say that.
I think like the best role model we can look at is Hamish and Andy.
I was thinking about Hamish and Andy while I was watching this.
Because we've talked to them, like we talked to Andy once.
Yeah.
And like we consume all their content. And they're one of the biggest like duos in Australia.
Yeah.
And they would have had the decision to make like to go like global and take it to America and become like A-list celebrities. They were at that stage where they could have done it. And they stayed true to themselves and said, no, we earn enough money and we do what we want and we do what we love. Like, why don't we just keep doing that in Australia and like have the sickest life ever?
It's fucking crazy.
Like they caught themselves out at that point where they were just rising to fame, and it's so smart.
Like they've been offered more money for even just like the podcast they do now.
Yeah.
And they're like, nah, just would, nah.
Yeah. Like we have a good system. And it makes
I'll tell you what right now, I would just say yes.
No, mate, catch yourself out. Catch yourself out. And
no, I mean, to be fair, you and I actually aren't too bad. Like I think we were open about it on the podcast when you talk, and we had chats with distribution networks.
Yeah.
And like some of them offer you a minimum guarantee, and it's kind of nice to see that where you're like, oh, then you know exactly how much minimum you're going to get every month, and you're kind of like, oh, that'd be nice. But we just kind of were like, oh, there's some sort of artwork in doing it yourself, isn't there?
Yeah, we're still an independent podcast, and we made that decision because we actually love doing it.
Yeah.
Like with those networks, you hand off certain jobs and like recording and editing and everything like that. And like it's good maybe in the long run when we want to have kids and family and we need money, but we don't need money. We just need enough to live, pay rent, pay the bills, and then we're happy. So we're like, fuck it, let's just stay independent and have fun and enjoy. I suppose the process of being vulnerable, taking it back around circle is like, I feel like we're enjoying the process.
Yeah.
And like being happy having the hustle.
Oh yeah, no, 100%. And I'm so appreciative of it.
Yeah.
I've been trying to be a lot more appreciative of it lately. Like our biggest issue is like, I don't know, losing an episode.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's good to like catch yourself out when you're like, because it's so easy to get stuck in that hustle, that mindset of being so tough. And also that documentary was really good, and like there was so many good takeaways. Very, very sad though.
Yeah, very sad. I knew what was coming. Still sad.
I just didn't know how it happened. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah, I knew. You can tell when they were leading up to it. I just didn't think that when that guy goes, so he flew to Oman, and that was the last time I ever spoke to him.
Yeah.
And I was like,
did Joanna cry?
No.
Cassie did.
Did she?
Yeah.
Dude, I could have.
Yeah.
When they were showing the video of the big massive funeral they had in that stadium.
I couldn't have gone to that.
I couldn't have gone to that. They just had videos of people's faces crying.
Yeah, I know. So sad.
Okay, I brought something to the table for this episode, mate. Let's go. And I saw one comment talking about talking about comments that we were talking about earlier just before. I saw one comment a couple months ago of Ottie said somewhere, what do you guys want to see in the episodes? And one person said, bring back Reddit segments.
This is going to be Jake for like the next couple of weeks. So I saw one comment.
Say no more.
Yeah. I saw. Don't take advantage of this guy. All right.
I am a hamster.
In the comments, don't take advantage of him.
I'm a hamster. Reddit is my wheel. Okay, but I did find a good one in that. So I found it was the question on Reddit was people who let their intrusive thoughts win. What did you do? And there was some good, a couple good ones, and then I've got 3 of my own that I remember doing just when I was younger.
Yeah.
So people who let their intrusive thoughts win, what did you do? This guy said, I didn't pull out. Now I have a kid.
Did not see that coming.
Oh yeah, that is an intrusive thought.
I know we only have 10% listeners, but my God, is that relatable?
10% male listeners?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I don't know. I mean, every now and then, like, I gotta say, like, I reckon girls would probably be like, maybe he's about to say, like, I'm about to finish, and she'll go, fuck it, just do it in me.
Oh yeah.
I couldn't hear those words, by the way.
But that's the hottest thing ever.
Oh, I'd finish quicker than I said I was gonna finish.
And like, you got to make the conscious decision when your whole body's telling you no.
Yes, I know. You're like, think of the future. Sometimes you're like, oh, I wouldn't mind a little kid, right?
I've never thought of that.
Neither. Oh, fuck. People who let their intrusive thoughts win, what did you do? 2 days after I turned 18, I got a tattoo below my hip that says, in quotes, eat me. Oh God.
Shouldn't have let that one win. Shouldn't have let that one win.
Oh, yeah, that was a mental battle you lost.
Eat me.
That's crazy. Okay. After my husband cheated, I grilled some of his football memorabilia. Don't worry, the grill was unharmed. I took his phone out of his pocket, texted his girlfriend as him, told her to quit her job. She did.
What? That one's
Mate,
too
that's
deep.
conniving.
Yeah.
That is.
I don't think that's an intrusive thought.
Is
That's
it
something
taking
else.
it? That's called revenge.
Yeah.
I think this is just called revenge. Is it taking it too far to tell the person that he was cheating with to quit their job as him to be like, I'm going to come take care of you, like I'm leaving my wife?
I think, I'm all for like...
I would kind of feel good after.
Oh, yeah, you would feel good.
I think I'd feel kind of
I'm
good.
more for like life takes revenge rather than you taking revenge.
Yeah.
Like they'll get what's theirs.
I mean, yeah, true. I mean, but if I can speed that up.
I wouldn't have the balls, but...
People who let their intrusive thoughts win, what did you do? I was left alone for a couple minutes in a friend's house, and I licked one of those pink salt lamps. Oh. It was exactly like I was hoping, and I know I won't be able to buy one for myself now.
I always... What are the pink salt lamps?
They like... It's just like a full block of salt with a light in it, and the salt like sweats.
Yeah, I've seen that. It's kind of cool. I always have the intrusive thought of, as soon as I'm in like a friend's house or something, or they leave me in their bedroom or something, I'm like, I feel like I need to go for their drawers or some shit.
Facts, bro.
Yeah.
Stop. No way.
Obviously, never do it.
But wait, Joanna, you better not hide stuff in your drawers. No, I'm just kidding. She doesn't listen to this. But I have gone into Joanna's room once and stolen some coat hangers. And I was like,
it feels naughty.
Her drawer was open. And I was
like, what's that? I don't even know what's in my drawer, eh?
Oh, my dad's
years of accumulation.
My dad might be coming to stay here tomorrow for 2 nights because he has to do something at his like local hospital before it gets transferred up to Queensland. And I'm gonna let him stay in my bed because he has like a bad back and the CPAP breathing machine.
You're a good son, mate. Does he have a breathing machine?
Yeah, mate. He's fine. So I'm gonna sleep on the lounge.
When your dad has a sleepover, he has like his bag of clothes and he has his sleep apnea machine.
He takes it overseas.
Really?
Yes. He takes it everywhere. He took it camping once.
That's so funny. How does he power it? Was it battery?
He had to bring a battery for it.
That's such an ick.
It is such an
At least he uses it so he gets a good sleep.
He fucking brings it everywhere. And so I'm going to sleep on the lounge, but the last thing I want is for my dad to lean over and just go through my drawers.
Oh, yeah.
Because,
lube in there,
I
mate.
ain't fucking moving it.
Yeah.
Okay.
You should leave a little note and be like, Dad, don't. In case he does.
Oh, wait, I should get a bit of cardboard and cut it to the perfect size of the open drawer and just write in Texter, thought you'd look, and to block everything.
Lost my trust.
Get out. Okay. People who let their intrusive thoughts win, what did you do? Not my intrusive thought, but when I was a kid, my friend and I were sitting in a sauna when he said, what would happen if I piss on the hot rocks? And it turns out it just makes the entire complex smell like burnt piss.
I would have known that.
And immediately gets you banned.
That is so dumb. That is the dumbest one ever.
Okay. People who let their intrusive thoughts win, what did you do? This is the last one from Reddit. I snorted a packet of chicken noodle seasoning in high school one time.
I've had that intrusive thought.
Lost the use of a nostril for a week. Everything smelled like chicken soup as well.
That's kind of a win.
Facts, actually.
That smells good.
To be fair, your smell is like more than half of your taste, is it not? You could eat anything.
I've told you my sherbet story when I'm in year 6.
Wait, I was going to say, off that, I have a sherbet story.
Yeah, really?
Wait, one time in year 7, I had a friend over for a sleepover and he was about to leave. And for some reason, we decided to snort sherbet straws.
I did it in year 6, yeah.
So we decided to snort sherbet straws. We both got the flu.
Yeah.
I don't know how. We both got sick as fuck.
I remember I got a mad runny nose.
Yeah. Fucked us up. Sorry, fucked us up.
That's fucked you up now thinking about it.
Sorry. Okay, I have 3 personal ones.
Okay.
As well. Okay. These are my own personal intrusive thoughts
And
that I
you let them win.
I let these win. One time, I think I've told this before, a while ago. One time I was home sick from school and my mum took me to a bakery and to get me something to eat.
You haven't told this, eh?
And I was sick with the flu.
Yeah.
And she brought me in and she was like, Jake, don't touch anything. And she's ordering and I turn around and in Canada, like you when you get a coffee, it's just a black coffee and you turn around and you mix everything over on another bench.
Yeah.
And I look over at that bench and there was a cup of straws. And I was like, I have to. And I just went like this. And I picked up every single straw.
Oh my God.
And my mum turns around and she goes, Jake, what are you doing? And she had to pick up the fucking cup of straws, take it over and be like, I'm so sorry. My son has a flu and he just touched all of your straws.
Oh my God. What a good mum.
Yeah. So good thing she didn't spread the flu.
If I was a parent, I'd be like, fuck it. It's all right. Let's get out of here.
Okay. This is another intrusive thought that I had when I was younger again.
Yeah.
I was living in Canada. I scratched my name into my mum's car with my fingernail.
No, you didn't.
Because I wanted to see if it would work.
Oh, did it?
And I got caught.
Yeah.
And the way I got caught was, I didn't get caught in the act. But I remember my stepdad, he comes in and he calls my name and he's like, Jake, come here. And I didn't know I was in trouble.
Yeah.
And he takes me out to the garage and he goes over and he looks at it, he points at it and he goes, did you do that? And I was like, no. He was like, yes, you did.
Does it say Jake?
It says Jake. I wrote my name.
Did you do that? No.
He's like, yes, you did.
Such a news story.
He's like, yes, you did. And I was like, no, I didn't. And then he's like, and I was like, I just wanted to see if it would work or whatever. And he goes, it's going to take some real elbow grease to get that out. It's the day I found out what elbow grease was.
Oh, it was a win.
So he taught me something.
Yeah.
I'll tell you one thing. Didn't get it out.
Yeah.
This one's fucked. This last one's fucked. Okay. I would have been like 13.
Yeah.
And so if I'm 13, my younger brother would have been 4. Or yeah, I think he would have been about 4. Okay. So we were on a little holiday somewhere and we were going for a walk to a cafe and my dad was in front of me. My little brother was next to me and I was behind him. And my little brother starts to walk along this garden bed little thing to balance walking line.
Let's see where this is going.
For some reason, I thought it would be a good idea to kick out his back foot. And he just ate shit, bro. And he just and I just was like, I did it and I didn't even the intrusive thought took over. A demon took over my body and I kicked out his back foot. He falls, he trips over, gets a cut. And my dad's like, what the fuck did you do that for? And I was like, I actually don't know.
I think I've done something similar.
I was like, I actually have no idea. I just had to see if it would work.
It was the intrusive thought, Dad.
Legit, I actually don't know what overcame me that day.
I think the only one I can think of off the top of my head, which is reoccurring, is that hot? And I know it's hot and I touch it anyway and then burn my finger. 2 minute noodles, the hot water. Is it hot? And obviously it's hot.
Yes,
it's boiling water.
I do it with I did it with my oats this morning.
Yeah.
I was like, that's hot, but I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Burnt my tongue.
Yeah, literally.
I always do it with the fucking air fryer.
Yeah, so do I.
Because I go to pick something out of it.
Yeah, same.
I'm I don't want to get a parent's home.
Obviously, it's been 200 degrees for the past 12 minutes.
Fucking so long.
And then you're like, is that hot? Obviously, it's hot. You're like, and then your mum's like, oh, what'd you do? It's like, oh, nothing.
Oh, man. I reckon I've got to have more intrusive thoughts that I've let win, but I just can't.
Same. I reckon I could think of some good ones, hey.
Maybe we should try and think of a few. What's everyone's intrusive thoughts they've let win?
Yeah.
Maybe we should make that an IG question one day.
That could be. Or comment below. This is a commenting episode.
Here we go. Comment below. What intrusive thoughts did you let win?
And Jake reads them. So he'll get excited reading them.
So YouTube, I'll read. Spotify, Ottie will read. So we'll both bring our own list of intrusive thoughts to the episode.
I like that. I like that a lot.
Ottie, I have to give credit where credit is due. All right? A couple months ago, Ottie comes to me, says, I've got a coach.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck, shit. I'm doing a cut. I want to get as actually cut as I've ever been. I want to be as ripped as I've ever been. And I just was like, obviously that's sweet. I believe in you.
Yeah.
Cool. And just every now and then, I don't know, just I haven't asked how it's going.
Yeah.
I think I've asked what's the training like? It's different. You like the training. You're doing your videos. I watch your videos. Wait, if anyone here has any sort of connection to men's health, what the fuck are you doing? Seriously.
Yeah, legit. Get me on the front cover.
It's such a bullshit. Yeah, hit us up. Not us up. Hit Ottie up.
Yeah.
And
you put Jake on the front too if I get it.
The first actual progress photo I saw was yesterday on your story. And bro, what the fuck?
Thanks, man.
Put it up. You edit this. Yeah. I'm going to here's more editing. Put it up on the screen.
I could do that.
It's fucking good, bro. How do you feel?
Thanks, man. Yeah,
you should feel good.
I actually, bringing it back to vulnerability and enjoying the process, it's really, really hard to enjoy the process of losing weight.
Fair. Yeah, fair. No, fair.
Also because I see myself every single day. You obviously, you don't see me every single day with my shirt off. I hope not anyway.
I know where you live.
But because my coach sent me that photo before he posted it, I reshared his story. I was like, oh shit, I have been doing some work.
Mate, it's fucking night and day.
Yeah.
And it's in the same bathroom, the same lighting and everything. Like there was no tricks played. It's it's crazy.
Yeah, it's almost 5 kilos down in 6 weeks.
That's insane. And it looks like it's only fat being lost.
Yeah, which is really, really good.
You look a little shorter in the second one.
It's because, mate, the fat makes you fucking look bigger, mate. It looks bigger than I am.
You're just bigger everywhere.
Yeah. But thank you very much, man. I want to say I'm enjoying the process. I'm enjoying the results.
Yes.
The process is very, very hard.
But the good thing about that is it probably feels good that you're sticking to it.
Yeah. And after that photo and like you and a couple other people swapped up saying you look great and stuff, like it's obviously motivated me even more. And my goal to get on the front cover of Men's Health is actually motivating me a lot because sometimes I'm thinking like, fuck, this last week that just went by, I was struggling with my diet. Like the first 5 weeks I was cheering, I was motivated. This last week I was like, fuck, I just want to eat, eh?
Really?
Yeah, like hit like an all-time low. I haven't told my coach yet. I don't know if it's appropriate. Do you reckon it's appropriate to tell him my libido's gone way down?
Oh, well, you know why.
Yeah, I know why.
Yeah.
I was thinking like, is there anything you could do like foods like fat-wise or something?
Oh,
like,
I don't know. Maybe
like,
you can get you a little prescription for something.
No, I don't want to. I don't. Have you got something? Is that what those eyes were for? But this last week I had like an all-time shift, I think, in like food. I've been struggling. Your body's like, I need food. And then
really
my libido, normally I'm quite high on the old libido scale. And this week I was like, oh, just not horny at all.
No.
Like ever.
Wow.
Which is like very unusual for me. Even when I'm with my girlfriend, I'm like, well, I know why, obviously.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is a bit weird.
Is she annoyed or is she kind of like, oh,
she's
a break?
She probably hasn't even noticed, to be honest.
No, funny. Well, I mean, that is something that comes with it.
But I was also going to say, this in one of my videos that I've been posting on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. But obviously, everyone doesn't have to have the goal to lose weight or anything like that. But everyone wants to be the healthiest version of themselves. And the best tip and takeaway from this I've been doing, and I've done it before and you do it, is tracking your food. Because I think a lot of people listening right now probably have never tracked food before, and you don't know the protein, fats, carbs, and calories within said food that you're eating. And you don't necessarily have to have a goal to lose weight or gain weight or anything like that. But just, I'm saying like, buy a scale for a day or two, just track what you eat and you'll realize, oh shit, this is doing this to me.
Yeah.
Or shit, this is doing this to me. And it's such a healthy little like trick to have in your brain, and you'll second guess eating the peanut butter with like layering it on your toast rather than having Vegemite.
Yeah.
Such an Australian thing. Yeah.
I fucking blew Joanna's mind last night. She's getting into exactly what you're saying right now because my whole...
A lot of people don't know it and we take it for granted.
I've thought it was crazy.
Yeah.
Right? So I've been weighing all my stuff purely just like I don't have any goal because my first goal of the year is to fall in love with the gym again. And so part of that process, I was like, I'm going to eat the same thing every day. I'm just going to make sure I know what I'm having. I want to have just really proteins is my main thing and calories, I guess. But Joanna started to track hers. She wants to be having like 120 grams of protein a day. And I was like, that's a good goal. So she was tracking her, like, she's like, how do I get this to be more protein, blah, blah, blah. And then she's talking about, she's like, I love fruit, but it's just, and I know there's no calories in it. And she was putting grapes into a container. And I was like,
no calories in it.
I was like, funny you say that. Look, strawberries, yes, barely any calories. Like I was naming it and I was like, grapes, Joanna, I'm sorry, they're the highest. She was like, no way. I was like, yeah, like, it's not a huge amount. Like 100 grams of grapes is like 70 calories, but just compared to other things, like in terms of volume,
mango's pretty high too.
Yeah, and she was like, no way, and she weighed out 100 grams of grapes, and she's like, it's like 10 fucking grapes. She was pissed, and I was like,
like once you weigh out like a bag of shapes or a bag of chips, you're like, oh shit, that's like a third of my or fourth of my calorie intake in just this bag of chips I'm eating. You're like, oh shit, and you second guess it.
Weigh out a serving of cereal.
Oh, cereal is terrible.
A lot of servings of cereal, like the serving size is 30 grams.
Yeah.
It's nothing.
Some of these companies' serving sizes, they are having a laugh. Oh, I wanted to finish on, because I've been posting videos on like TikTok and Instagram. I've been looking at the algorithm a lot.
Yeah.
And also, obviously, a big part of our business, the podcast, is TikTok. And what's been happening is the ban,
bro,
in America.
Yeah. The TikTok ban. We were talking about it heaps leading up to it. We didn't talk about it on here. And I kept on saying, I think it's going to go through. And Ottie kept on saying, no, I believe it when I see it. And it went through.
Yeah, and so
last night
it went through, and I sent it to Jake, and I was like, oh damn it!
It actually worked.
I didn't say you were right, but I was like, oh damn it, it's happened. And then 12 hours.
Ottie goes, I believed in Trump.
Yeah. Because I've seen so many videos because Trump's marketing strategy was the youth. He won by 90% in people aged like 18 and 24.
Yeah.
And I was like, he said there was a video of him saying, I love TikTok because his son's like part of his marketing plan and he's like 24 or some shit.
Yeah.
And I was like, Trump loves TikTok. It's not going anywhere. And then 12 hours later after getting a ban, Trump said something about like everyone has a right to fucking do whatever, and then it's back. And I'm like, I knew he had the power.
I fucking woke up this morning. I saw a video from Alex Earl.
Yeah,
and she's like, "I was on here. Why did I cry a couple of days ago? If I'm just back."
It stressed me out too because our TikTok's like 60% fucking American.
I know. Actually, kind of stressed me out as well. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
We downloaded Red Note and posted a video
as soon as it went because I didn't think it was ever going to happen, and I wasn't stressing at all. And then I saw the ban.
I actually had liked a couple funny videos about the ban. This is from Chris Olsen. He said, this whole thing feels like when you're dramatically saying goodbye to someone on the street and then you realize you both have to walk the same direction.
It's like in the supermarket and then you're both going down the same aisle.
You say hi in the first aisle and you keep on crossing paths. And then there was another one and it was Paramount Pictures fucking posted this on TikTok. And there's that.
Yeah.
And you know the scene in Wolf of Wall Street where he's supposed to be quitting his job because they find out what he's doing is illegal, but if he quits, it's all good. And he goes, everyone's like thinking he's about to get up and announce that he's quitting and he goes, I'm not fucking leaving.
Yeah. I ain't fucking leaving.
They've just got TikTok over top of me like, I'm not fucking leaving.
I never thought it was ever going to happen too because TikTok in America is the number one amount of users. Has like 111 million users.
I think it's 150.
And the amount of people and businesses that rely on TikTok in America, I was like, their economy is going to plummet if they ban. And I know America's all about fucking money.
Fact.
Like, I'm like, there's no way they can logically do this.
There's a conspiracy.
What is it?
I wanted to bring this up. Okay, so the whole thing with the ban, right, was America's saying it's a national security issue about China because China owns TikTok, right? So they were like, TikTok can stay if you sell it to us. They're like, no. Elon Musk probably, I think, offered to buy it. Mr. Beast is like, TikTok, sell it to me. We can keep it here. So he's like doing that, right? There's a conspiracy that fucking Zuckerberg bought it.
Oh, really? And didn't tell anyone?
No.
No, I don't like Facebook's gone down here. I don't want to.
Okay, here, quickly. We're nearly done here. So the government people, it's like a full insider trading conspiracy, right? The government is like, nah, we don't want TikTok. But all the people in government that can make this decision, they're all big stakeholders in Meta, which is Facebook, right? And they're like, sell TikTok to us and you can have it here. So, and now there's this whole conspiracy because people in the US the day before the ban were getting these things coming up on their Facebook. They'd go into Facebook and Facebook had this thing of like, link your Facebook to your TikTok so people can discover you. And they're like, why the fuck would Facebook do this now when they know it's going to get banned? This is sus. And then people keep coming across this TikTok Facebook account that has 300-something thousand followers and it's already verified, which is crazy, by the way, because we aren't even fucking verified. We've been doing it for years, right? Facebook verified already, unless they're paying for it. I don't know. But basically now also the guy that owns TikTok, that shoe guy from Singapore, he has an account and it used to say TikTok CEO, taken out of his account.
Oh, it's gone.
It's gone.
Right. So
there's this whole conspiracy that all the fucking shareholders in Meta were like, Zuck, in you go.
Purchase it and they're going to slowly
Meta.
combine the
TikTok's
two together.
now part of Meta or some shit.
And Facebook's, I know it's probably not, but it feels like it's dead in my life.
Facebook's dead. Apart from our Facebook group labels, Baddie.
No, I was going to say, other than Facebook is good for two things: Facebook groups, and buying shit. Marketplace and like anything for like renting or like community groups. Anything to do with a group is really good. And
you can buy villas, fucking
in Bali. Like anything to do with like buying shit and like building a community, great.
Yeah.
But like the actual like looking for videos and stuff, dead.
100% dead. Okay, guys, thank you very much for coming along. This will be the first week we're going to call one of you wonderful listeners.
One of you baddies.
One of the baddies. If you would like to be part of the list of baddies that gets a phone call from us to sign off the episode, the link will be in the description of this episode.
Yes, it will. And when I get around to it, it'll be on the link in Instagram bio.
Yeah. But not yet.
So let's call Brittany and ask her to sign off the episode.
Hello, Brittany speaking.
Hi, Brittany. It's Ottie and Jake from The Relatables. How are you going?
Good. How are you?
I am going great that you picked up.
Yes, very happy.
We have a little bit of a favor. Could you please sign off our episode in whichever way you see fit?
Oh, my God.
No pressure.
No pressure or anything.
Put you on the spot.
Oh, my God. No, now I'm stressed.
It's easy. We're bad at it as well.
Yeah. No pressure at all. No wrong answers.
Okay. Thanks for listening. Tune in next time for more great advice and some toxic behaviours.
Oh,
Let's go. That was great. Thank you, Brittany.
Thanks, Brittany. Have a great day.
You're welcome. You too.
Bye. Oh, that was good.
That was actually good.
And the suspense we said at the start.
Oh, yeah.
Thank you, everybody, for listening. And someone said it in your video. Stay bad.